Alright, this is our camera woman, and her name is
Ginger.
Hello everybody, this is a tutorial on Coldplay's most recent song, Don Quixote. Alright, for the verse, and most of the main part of the song, you start out with a 4-chord change, and it sounds something like this. Alright, so you're going to be starting on a B, but a lot of the chords in this song are irregular. Your normal B is right here, and it's like that. But what you're going to do is you're going to find the power chord of B, so it's you're up on the 7th fret of the E string, and you're going to do a power chord, but what you're going to do is you're going to wrap your thumb around to grab that top E string. Going to hit this one here, but you're going to leave the high E string open, so it's going to sound like this. So that's your first chord. Your next chord is a G sharp kind of thing. So what you do is you find your 4th fret. Here you are. Okay, it's the same kind of idea. You're going to do a thumb wrap around, hit these two, but instead of doing a major shape like this, you're going to put your index on the 4th fret of the G string, and then leave the rest of the strings open. So it sounds like this. Your next chord is a C sharp, I believe. Again, the same idea. It's an irregular chord, but it has that authentic feel to it. You're up here on the, let's see, 9th fret. You're doing that thumb wrap around, and the same shape as you did last time, where it's the minor feel. And your last chord, you're gonna slide up all the way to the 12th fret and do an E. This one's gonna be a little harder to explain, so I'm just getting a little closer. Okay, so what you're doing basically is an E shape. You're doing these 3 fingers. But you're going to bring that all the way up so that it's the same chord again. Still an E, but you're having these open strings and these are all high. So it gives it that kind of feel again. Like that. You can probably just listen for the strum pattern, so all together the 4 chords sound like this. Alright, if you're familiar with the song, the next part is the You'll Never Be Lonely part. What you're doing is you're starting off on an E, and then you're coming up to that B we learned earlier. You're doing that 3 times, so it's like you'll never be lonely, you'll never be lonely, ever again. You'll never be lonely, you'll never be lonely. And then you go to the next part. You're landing on an E. And then your next chord is kind of a regular shape also, but it gives it a nice kind of sound to it. What you're doing is all 4th fret of both your 5th, 4th, and 3rd string, with your thumb wrapped around on the 2nd fret of the E string, and the rest are open. So it sounds like that. Your next chord is one we've already learned. It's the G sharp. That your thumb wrapped around on the 4th fret of the E string, and then you're going for that minor shape by adding your index on the 4th fret of the G string, and then the rest ring open. So it's you hold that for a while. I heard you never get wet in Spanish rain. So you're ending on that chord again we learned here. I heard you never get wet in Spanish rain. And then you're back to the B. And then you're going to be doing that 4-chord change. Well, that's close. do that you do that 4-chord change again, and you're back into a verse, and then it does the chorus one more time. And alright, the only other part to that song is the ole, 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 you know, the whole part. So what you do is you start on a B, that B we learned earlier. You're doing a palm mute right here, so you're laying your palm across so you get that sound. So you're just doing a kind of little pattern like ole, 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 and then you do it open, so no palm mute, same B chord, ole, ole, ole. And then you're going into a 4-chord change. You keep the ole going, and it's the same pitch. You're doing a 4-chord change between an E and a B, this G sharp chord we learned earlier, and then back to the B. So it goes like this. And that's all there is to it. If you guys have any questions, just leave a comment and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. You know what, there was one part I forgot. There's a guitarist in the background. During the verses, he's doing kind of an arpeggio. What you do is you're on the 7th fret of the B string, the 8th fret of the G string, 9th fret of the D string, so you're going. And then the next part is also an arpeggio. You're descending from the E string on the 6th fret, your B string on the 7th fret, your G string on the 8th fret, I think. So you're going. And then for the next part, it's just you slide your index up 1. Then you're back to that one, then back to the beginning.